If you've made it to the final video in this series, I just want to say thank you. Most people never even look at the problem. They keep hoping that something will magically change. But you made it here, you watched, you listened, and maybe something inside of you started to shift. And that already puts you ahead of maybe 95% of people. Maybe you've already started to see things differently, and maybe you've taken a note, had a conversation, or even just noticed your own patterns a little bit more clearly. That's progress, and no matter how small it feels, it matters. Because the truth is, clarity always comes before change, and change can start really small. If you're new here, I'm Jackie Ma, and this is part of a series to help Asian men rebuild their dating lives with clarity, confidence, and emotional intelligence. So in the last episode, we covered the different archetypes that most Asian guys can fall into, and which one is best for dating. Today, we're going over how to make the most out of this entire series. Now, I want to talk about something that might sting a little, but it's important. So there are two kinds of people who go through content like this. The first kind is the dabbler. They're interested, they like watching, learning, and nodding along. But when it comes to doing something, they wait. They get inspired and then they get distracted. They tell themselves that they'll start next week or when it's a better time. Then there's the committed. They watch and they act. They reflect and execute. They decide that this area of their life is important enough to stop waiting around. In all honesty, in a lot of areas of my life, I'm a dabbler because I find it fun, interested, or relatively low stakes. But in a few areas of my life, I'm committed. And that's where my biggest transformations happen. One path isn't morally better than the other, but they lead to very different destinations. The question only you can answer for yourself is, for this area of my life, am I okay with dabbling? Here's the honest truth. If you dabble, you might get a few lucky breaks. Maybe a good date here and there, but there's no momentum, no identity shift, and usually you end up cycling through the same frustration year after year. If you commit, you'll be uncomfortable at first, you'll mess up, you'll get challenged, and that's because real change takes real work. But it also compounds fast if you decide to go all in. So on the other side of that though, you get real confidence, you get real connection, and the ability to walk through the world knowing that you're in control of this part of your life. Commitment doesn't necessarily mean working with me, but it does mean making a decision that this matters, that you're done waiting. Now, if you do want help, if you want someone who's walked this path, trained others through it, and built a system for it, I'd love to work with you. I'm not going to overpromise, because this won't be instant or a walk in the park, but it will be real and it will change you if you're willing to show up. So if that's you, I'll drop a link below this video where you can learn more. So this is one of those crossroads moments, because what happens now is your choice. Will you keep dabbling, or you will decide that this is the year that you lead? Because the guys who commit, they don't just get results. They become someone that they're proud of. So if this series helped you in any way, I hope that you take what you learned and make your life and your relationships better because of it. And if you're ready to take the next steps, I'm here for that too. So again, thanks for being here, and whatever path you choose, I'm rooting for you.